run with this course in pretty much the same fashion in which we've run other courses. We'll have one midterm, which will be somewhere around mid of March. It'll be a paper on Examiner. It'll be MCQ based. This time, Examiner also has introduced some subjective questioning also. So I'll see if I can include that. I think you people took a course on technical writing, so you know how to write LaTeX commands, and that phase is for a month. But the second phase is going to be that phase in which we are going to continuously evaluate you on the basis of some quizzes. I would recommend even Ayushi madam to just focus on that. If she wants to give an assignment, she can, but primarily it will be based on some quizzes. This time we are adding a new component also in this, in every subject. I think it's to be added, and it's been recommended by Professor Ruchir, who's taken over as the dean. He says that we should probably have some sort of a mini project, like something that some people, if they were there a part of control systems, we did it. But this time we'll do it in a slightly more planned way, in the sense that you will get the topics in advance. I'll divide the entire class into groups, and you will have to work together and present it and submit a report. So last time the presentations were pre-recorded and I just went through them, but this time I think we'll have some presentations. So mini project will also be a part. We'll see how much weightage you want to give to the quiz and mini project, but mini projects are going to come to you much in advance so that we can finish it in that 1 month's time. Unfortunately, I don't see any chance of university opening this semester, at least not for this, but only on the online mode. And though I know that the assessment in the online mode is not foolproof and use of unfair means are there and they're quite rampant, we don't have any option. We have to use it. And I'll come to your question, Ishan, in a while. But I think we have to make use of whatever we have. At least on the good side of it is that everybody is getting a good CGPA. So all that hue and cry that you people used to make, that in the first year you did not get a lot of CGPAs, I think that way Corona has been fortunate for you that you've been able to score good CGPAs in the 3 semesters that you've been doing. I mean, people who had high CGPAs will continue to maintain it, and those who had CGPAs lower than the minimum prescribed norm, or something that you would not consider to be a good CGPA, have been able to significantly improve it. So these are the possible positives that have come out of this lockdown. One thing I want to say is that this semester for electronics people, this is a very heavy semester. All your subjects are extensive. Even ITC is extensive. It's very mathematical, and there's hardly any story writing. Generally, the subjects that I teach are almost numerical based, and this is no exception. But please remember this, that it's not a light subject. The other subjects that you're studying are also not light. So please apply yourself and ensure that everybody, and please convey this to others also, everybody gets a CGPA of above 4, because I know that there are a couple of students, maybe 4 or 5 students still in 3rd year, whose CGPAs were below 4. I hope that they improve with the result of 5th semester, which is going to come maybe in about 15-20 days. I hope that they all go above 4. But if they don't, this is the only semester where they can ensure that they go above 4, because you will not be able to register for the 4th year if you do not have 4 CGPA by the end of 6 semesters. Okay, so please keep that in mind. And those who think that they are kind of in the danger area, please take help of those who they think they are in touch with, and help the others who are already there quite safe. Please help the others, because getting out of the course at the end of 3rd year is going to be very disappointing and very demotivating. So this is something that I want to tell you. Another issue that I want to discuss is just a minute. I'll just take Ishan's question first. Is it possible we get to work on a physical mini project instead of how we presented? So just I'm opening you your I'm unmuting you. You just tell me, what do you mean by a physical mini project, Ishan? Just a second. Yeah. Yeah, Ishan, you can unmute and just talk to me about what exactly do you mean by physical mini project. ईशान लिख के चला गया.
Sir, nahi, idhar hi ho. Sir, by physical, I mean like a real life project of some sort.
What do you mean by real life project? You want to work on something which is like practical, not just a concept building thing. Is that what you're trying to say? Some problem which has some relevance in maybe say cryptography or maybe something. Is that what you're trying to say? Or what you're trying to say is that, you know, it has to be application based, the projects, mini projects, not just some simple question that needs to be solved. Just a second, I'll just unmute everybody. Just a minute. So you can unmute yourself now. You can't? Just a second.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So what I mean is like, let's say we use the theory we study in ITC to develop some sort of a project that way.
Okay, okay, we can look into that. So, but the thing is that it has to be something that, you know, we have already covered, because I do not know whether you will be able to cover the you know, the subject to an extent that you would be able to, you know, come up with something which is physical. So yeah, maybe we can look into it. So like, for example, in the first month we'll be talking about information theory and types of different channels and conditional probabilities and how we define these channels. So yeah, based on that we can do it. I'll try my best to ensure that most of the projects that are given are you know, relevant and application based rather than just some problem. So yeah, I take your point into account. Let me see what I can do. I'll discuss it with Ayushi madam. I mean, we have not even decided how we are going to be you know, assessing you in that continuous evaluation. I mean, we could just have quizzes, or it could just be based on this mini project. Then the only thing is that if we give you a mini project at the start of the second phase, you would not have covered enough syllabus to be able to apply everything in ITC. So we have to see what we can do. Or maybe we can give you a mini project and you have to, you know, present it at the end of the semester, and the marks would be considered as midterm 2. We'll see. I mean, we'll discuss it with you. Whatever is comfortable for you people will be the priority as far as mini project is concerned, because it's something that you'll have to work on, and it'll be not directly, you know, it'll not be direct question and answer from the topics that we'll study. So we'll see what we can do. Let Ayushi ma'am also join maybe tomorrow. We can discuss this more extensively. Okay, so I think we are like 29 people, 28 people today. I got a list of 41. So generally, I know that, you know, by experience that the number of people, they keep decreasing as the semester proceeds. But things are not as easy as they've been before, and the courses are tougher, and we really need to practice. ITC can become a very abstract and dry course. There are some prerequisites that we need to study. But since we have 3 hours, this is a 300 course. There's no lab in it. So I wanted to do a little bit of prerequisites. Prerequisites include a little introduction to groups and group theory. I would want to probably take up sometime some probability and introduction and, you know, conditional probability based theorem. I'm sure that you've heard of these things, but I wanted to brush them up. Probability distribution, CDF, PDF, and a little bit of various different probability distributions and why they are relevant. So all these are some prerequisites that I wanted to take up. We'll see how we can do it. Maybe I'll just push up notes on the group, or maybe, I don't know, maybe we can take these things in the class. I still have to see. But there are some prerequisites. I will post them today. See if you know them. If you're okay with them most of the class, then I'll just push notes. Otherwise, I'll devote some classes to it. But those prerequisites are important. Let me tell you that this is an extension of communication that you've been doing. So I'm sure that you know of probability distribution functions, cumulative distribution function. You know of probability of error. You know of basic probability and Bayes theorem. So these are some things which are going to be very relevant. And so these are some prerequisites, and not things that you cannot do yourself, but I think it will be wise if I take it up in some way if there need be. I'll devote some lectures. I'll see. And like last time, there were a couple of times when the lectures did not happen at the right time, and they were planned some other time in the evening, which was inconvenient for some of the students. So we'll try our best that doesn't happen. I'm taking this lecture from university. So we are coming to university on and off. So Thursday lecture, most probably every time I'll be in the campus only. Friday lecture, probably I'll be home. So we are coming to the university, and most of the lectures will be on time and on the date on which it is scheduled. So there'll not be an inconvenience. If there is an exception, then probably we'll see. We can have it maybe on Saturday or Sunday on a mutually convenient day. So I just request once again for all of you to please join the group. Is there anybody here who has not joined the Google Classroom? The last time I checked, there were only about 17 people in it. So I want, obviously the number of people over here are more. Another thing that I want to talk about is the fact that you people have not formally registered. So we don't have a formal list of students who are going to be taking this course. So the registration is till 12th. As it is, everybody is allowed to attend classes. So attending classes is not really an issue. But I see some people, like, in electives, it happens that people come, they just look at a couple of classes and then they decide whether they want to take it or not. So I assume that trend is still going to continue. But my request is that you please join the Google Classroom only when you're sure that you're going to take the subject, because we don't have any confirmed list of students right now in any course. The core courses, we can have it. In bachelor electives, we have it because everybody has to study. But for open electives and optionals, we just have tentative lists. So, if you have to do shifting and hopping around, then you please do it in this 1 week, or probably by next week when all classes would have started. But please decide as soon as possible, even if you're not registering, what courses you want to do and join those groups and stay there, because otherwise it will become very difficult for us. Because, some people will repeat some courses, some people will take some optional, some people will take some open electives, and it will become very difficult for me to track students. And it'll be a major headache. So even though I see some students, like I saw Gargi from computer science here, so that's okay. But after tomorrow's lecture, when we'll actually study some things, and by Monday when I will present a course plan on the group, I'll upload it. You look at it and then ask your friend to give it to you, or you come to the class, you see it. If you don't like it, just exit. So I would want that by next Thursday, when we have our class, the number of students who are coming to the class, or the number of students who are in the Google Classroom, are the people who have made up their mind that they're going to study ITC. Because other than that, it will become very difficult for me to track in any subject. Everybody asks a student list, but it's all very tentative. Okay. So I know that you have some issue with registration regarding hostel fees and everything. I understand that. And most of you have made up your mind that you're going to be registering once it becomes clear. That is also okay to the school in some way. Everybody is allowed to take classes. So at some level, we are understanding your concern. But you understand a little bit of administrative inconvenience that we face when we do not know which subject you're taking. And this time, whatever is your first preference for option, we are giving it to you. So if you want to take computational biology, there is no list that is being prepared for computational biology. There is no list being prepared for ITC or whatever. You want a subject, we'll give it to you. So you should not be in two minds whether you will get it or not. So just take one, or don't announce that you're taking one. Just come to a class, you see you like it, then you take it. Probably write a message to me or mail to me that, sir, I'm taking this subject, please, pass my name to the faculty. So we already have a list, a tentative list. Some students have given me messages that they want to add themselves to a certain course. So all that is there, but please ensure that you finalize this by next week. I mean, I would really appreciate that. Even if you're not registering, you should be sure about which courses you want to study, because the real classes have started. Okay, so we are taking this as a formal semester. So I think it is about time that you also take your subjects formally and you stick to them. Okay, so unfortunately or fortunately, I don't know what I should say, but I did not get a connector, so I cannot connect my writing pad, and therefore we cannot start the class today. So I think we'll start tomorrow. Just a little bit of revision that probably you can do is that you can just go through information theory on the internet, and you'll see what it is about. I think we'll have a brief discussion tomorrow, and we'll dive into the contents tomorrow itself. But I don't think it'll be worthless if you study yourself. Just go through the basic introduction on the Wikipedia page. What is information theory in coding, and come reading that in the class. Okay. So I think we can end the class now. If there is any other question that anybody has, I'll take it. Otherwise, we can just leave, and we'll meet tomorrow on the scheduled time. I will create a link for this class, and I will put it on the Google Classroom. And that is the way I will communicate. I'm not going to put it on the WhatsApp group, because then I do not know who are the people. So only those who are there in Google Classroom should come to the class. Otherwise, just silently come or go away. But please make up your mind and stay there as soon as possible. Okay. Thank you, and have a good day. Bye-bye. If there are no questions, that is. Okay, so I assume that there aren't any. All right, thank you. You can go, and I'm also ending the meeting. Thank you, Anmol. Next time I'll make the link myself. Right. Bye-bye.